Hello and welcome back to Second Take Movies, a podcast where we give movies a second look, second chance, a second take, if you will. I'm your host, Preston Jenkinson, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Jake Twido.
Yeah, man. Can't think of anything great. I just died. My brain just shut off.
The brain just quit.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
It died hard.
This and the next couple weeks, we're talking about some Marvel Phase 4 movies.
I'm going to say Phase 4 as a whole not received very well.
Yeah, there was too many. Now, looking back on it, I kind of disagreed with people at the time, but looking back on it, there was too many TV shows.
Yeah.
And just after we've come out of Endgame and Infinity War and the Infinity Saga, and it's like...
And you start it with Spider-Man, straight banger.
Yeah, you do Spider-Man, you do a Shang-Chi. That was really good. And then Eternals hits, and it's like,
Yeah.
But we've already done Eternals on this show.
I've told you recently, I don't know if I have like superhero burnout or what, but I blame Phase 4 entirely.
I kind of got that too this year because I didn't see the new Spider-Man or the new Flash in theaters.
Spider-Man was that one that saved it for me. That was the only. Gotcha.
I spoiled the Flash for myself. Oh boy.
Okay, never mind. I won't. I haven't seen it, and I don't care. So you can say whatever.
It is absolute. Well,
I've heard it's garbage. That's all I know.
People didn't click on that for this. So, but like what I heard is they make some choices that Why people said this was the greatest movie ever, I don't know. So
I just love that The Rock apparently had a laughing fest at it losing because of how bad Black Adam did. And I'm like, dude, your movie still sucked. Really.
Your movie lost more than The Flash. So like,
yeah,
you're never playing that character again. Nobody wants you. Go back to Fast and Furious.
Yeah, and get your tax money because it's coming, bud. You're about to get sniped.
You lost. I'm guaranteed he lost money on Black Adam, even though
had to.
His publicist or whoever paid Deadline to write an article explaining why he didn't. But anyway, the first movie we're talking about, because we already covered Eternals. We're doing the first one is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Sam Raimi,
there's some good Sam Raimi stuff in this movie.
There's some really good Sam Raimi stuff.
You can tell it's a Sam Raimi movie and not like a studio movie, even though you can tell where they interfered a little bit. But
yeah, yes, you can, and I have a feeling that's where I hate most of it.
They had to shift around. They had to shift the order of release because of COVID. So this was supposed to come out before Spider-Man: No Way Home. Long time ago. And it didn't because of COVID.
I don't think that would have helped it. I don't think
no
moving around does anything. There's other movies I think they moved around that could have helped, but not this one.
There's a lot of good stuff in this movie, and then like some
I'm gonna give you a hot take. Sitting in a Doctor Strange movie.
This isn't a Doctor Strange movie?
No, I don't.
No,
think
it's
so.
Wanda's movie. Definitely
it's a
Wanda's movie. Yeah.
It's 100% not a Doctor Strange movie. There's so many missing. I mean, there's only been one other one.
Which she is getting one. So. Which I'd
give
like
me
to
a positive, dude. Get me back in the zone. Give me a positive one before I go.
Well,
down
let's do the story first. Doctor Strange teams up with a mysterious teenage girl from his dreams, who can travel across the multiverses to battle multiple threats, including other universe versions of himself, which threaten to wipe out millions across the multiverse. They seek help from Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, Wong, and others.
That is the greatest line. What a pedophile.
It's like there's literally a line who's like, "Why did I see you in my dreams?" Bro, what? Let's figure out a better way to rephrase that. Our positive review, Liz Shannon Miller from Consequence, said Multiverse of Madness isn't wildly unconventional in its story choices, but the fun it has exploring the possibilities of this narrative makes it a treat.
Yeah. All right.
I was like, I would agree with that. Like, the possibility of a multiverse in this is like okay, let's get a little crazier. But Todd Gilchrist, I think we've heard from him before of the AV Club.
Definitely have.
Said in our negative review, said the film feels like a collection of ideas that never add up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you one more hot take before we get started, and I'm sure I'm just being an old man here.
Uh-huh.
Legitimately, this is gonna be a get off my lawn comment.
Okay.
I'm so tired of like a kid shows up.
Oh, and yeah, we have to save that kid.
Save that kid, but then that kid ends up being the greatest, and they're gonna push it forward.
Yeah.
Screw that, dude. Give me these old people till they die. I don't care.
Yeah.
I think that's a Disney Marvel thing now.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've kind of been hinting at like assembling the Young Avengers throughout all of these things. Whether they get to that or not, who knows? And if they call them the Young Avengers,
I don't think it'll ever happen, man.
No, with the way they're going and them scaling back how many movies they release each year and TV shows, I don't see that happening. But
nope.
This movie starts with a version of Doctor Strange that we've never seen before, with a ponytail. Is traveling. They're running. Him and America Chavez are running away from what is legally not called Shumagorath. Or
yeah. I guess you couldn't.
Yeah. No. This I think is a different monster. Anyway, they're running from a monster through this like floating area, trying to get to this shiny book that we don't know what it is yet. Basically, this version of Doctor Strange tries to steal America's powers because she has the power to access the multiverse and travel through it fairly easily through star portals. And she doesn't know how she's able to do it, really.
This is a comic character, right?
Yes, she later on in the comics, she actually becomes a version of Captain America.
Okay, well, that was my assumption. And actually, no, I knew she was, because I was like, I thought that was Captain America. So I was really confused with this.
Her name is America Chavez, and she creates star portals. And
where's an American flag?
She kind of does have American flag on her jacket.
Yeah.
But
are they speaking Spanish when this thing opens?
Yes.
So it happened to me again when I saw this in the theaters. I went, "Oh shoot, they got the wrong version playing."
Why ain't they speaking English?
Immediately, I was like, "Logan." And then the next thing happened. But today I started it and paused it and went, "Did I pick the wrong dang thing?" But.
No, the movie starts out in Spanish. It's okay.
No, I'm just racist. That's all. That's all it is, guys. Everyone calm down. Just racist.
So when you saw Inglourious Basterds, did you think the same thing?
No, I don't know why. I think I expected it there.
Okay.
So, and plus you had roll credits to start that were all. No, you didn't. You just had people's names. People's names aren't a language.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I expected it there, but here it was not.
Yeah,
not at all.
I was like, did I select the wrong language on Disney Plus? But, yeah. So she ends up in the MCU, the 616 universe, as they call it in this.
Oh man!
And Doctor Strange wakes up in his bed.
I hate that this whole multiverse thing has started, where everyone's doing a multiverse.
I liked it when it first started, and it's like, we haven't gone anywhere with this. Like,
yeah, it was real cool at first, but now,
because like when Loki introduced it in that show, I was like, oh man, this is wild.
Spider-Man, the Beyond Spider-Verse, whatever it is, the second one, that one goes that's solid. That's all I'm gonna say. First one was too, but that one I'm like, yeah, all right, this is cool. I'm all right with this. But yeah, he wakes up and
with
he's
a
normal.
laptop just to the side of him in the bed. That's
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, he's dreaming of young children in their sleep, and there's a laptop. Oh, this Stephen Strange is a little strange.
what made you dream that. But he gets ready to go to a wedding. The wedding is for what's her name? Rachel McAdams' character. Yeah. Oh shoot, I forgot her character's name.
It's
Christine.
Turd McKinnigan's.
Christine Palmer.
There we go.
She's getting married, and he has
what a waste of an actress in this movie.
Yeah, dude. Well, she actually does more in this movie than she did in the first movie.
That's true.
That's she gets to play a different version of herself, but
sorry. One of my problems with this movie, and I hesitate saying it because I hate bashing it, but the CGI has some problems sometimes.
It looks good at certain parts, and then other parts, it's like, huh?
And I like the opening scene is like, whoa, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But then they're at the wedding, and this monster shows up, so he has to go fight it. After he has the talk with her of, Steven, you just don't know how to put the knife down. You always have to be the one holding it.
Yeah.
Which
we kind of get why he feels that way later on in the movie when he has that discussion with himself.
They wasted that entire plot thing, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think Sam Raimi understands Doctor Strange at all.
Well, he loves Doctor Strange like that. He has said that.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Like Doctor Strange is mentioned in like the first Spider-Man movie. Because they're like pitching names for Spider-Man, and they're like, Doctor Strange, that's taken.
I'll take it back then, I guess, because I was like, man, I just feel like he's either I don't know.
I think he was forced to like put some stuff in this movie. Well, and first of all, this movie had a completely different script when Scott Derrickson was still set to direct it.
That's true.
And so it had to be totally redone.
Yeah, the Loki writer did this.
Yeah.
Right?
After he wrote Loki, he was started on this.
Who also started with Community.
And was on Rick and Morty as well.
I forgot about Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
He's writing Secret Wars, and for 2027.
If it's not right now.
Oh yeah, we're never gonna see anything ever again.
You
know what? I thought about it the other day. I was like, you know what? This is my time to make an indie movie. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be great. Like I'm gonna do this, and someone's gonna have to just buy it.
Hey, A24 has agreed to the terms of both SAG and the WGA. And like they're only worth $2 billion. I mean, that's small compared to other Hollywood studios.
So does that mean that people can make movies with them? Or
yeah, like the what do you call them?
Union.
A union. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. By the way, this podcast, let it be known as anti-union.
Nope, definitely not. They've agreed to the terms of both unions, and the unions have given permission to their members to work for A24 right now.
Dude, A24 is killing it. I love looking at their whole thing where I used to watch A24 movies for these really weird indie movies no one watched. And now they're premiere.
As soon as you see as soon as you see A24, it's like, okay. This is either going to be really weird or very scary.
Yeah. I don't do drugs, but when I get done watching this movie, I'm going to think I took them.
I think The Green Knight was an A24 production.
I've watched that movie. I'm addicted to watching. There's a channel called Movie Recaps where I watch a lot of foreign films this way. It's a guy just talking through the movie, and they show scenes of it in like 20, 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I started going, I didn't know it was The Green Knight. So now I'm mad because I want to watch that. But I know everything, so holy cow, that's some crazy crap, though.
Yeah. So, fun fact about the one-eyed octopus that's not Shumagorath running through the streets of New York. They scanned Elizabeth Olsen's eye, and that's the eye of the monster.
That's cool. That's pretty smart.
She's controlling the monster, so that's like a big version of Elizabeth Olsen's eye.
So I didn't pick up until this time that she was controlling it all along. Had no idea.
Oh, you forgot that part?
No, I never even put the two and two together. She talks about it, and I'm like, how did I miss this? Which,
Yeah, like she's controlling the monster at the beginning and this monster. And so anyway, they defeat the monster, and Steven's trying to figure out, hey, who's this kid? What are you doing here? And she explains that she can travel the multiverse, and she doesn't know exactly how her powers work, so they invite her to Carmitage to figure it out. No, well, first of all, he decides to pay Wanda a visit.
Yeah, because they see witchcraft runes, and they're like, oh, we know somebody that does witchcraft.
We know somebody that does witchcraft.
I think the elephant in the room. All right, you watch WandaVision, and then you watch this. What? What happened?
Well, she, like, at the end of WandaVision,
she's not a villain, though, at the end of WandaVision, though.
Kinda.
Right?
Kinda.
Yeah, I guess she is. Because she dons the full outfit.
Because she gets the outfit, and then she opens the Darkhold, and, like, at the end of the very last shot of WandaVision is, like, her children calling out to her through the
that's
multiverse.
right. I forgot. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I blanked out on that.
If you never watched WandaVision, you walk into this movie, it's like, well, damn, Wanda's turned to 180 all of a sudden.
Which I think that's where this movie hurts. Is this is the first movie where if you didn't watch a TV show, you're out of the loop.
That's one of the biggest mistakes that Marvel's done, is to have these shows that tie into the movies a little bit too much, because not everybody's going to watch them.
Yeah, I mean that's a commitment.
I know people that turned off WandaVision after the first 2 episodes because they had no clue what it was.
I wanted to turn it off after those original ones ended because it was dope. Actually, it was a good show, but
it was really good.
I liked the that
was the last creative show they had.
That's what I wanted Barbie to be, by the way. I wanted Barbie to get really dark and creepy and just insane. But no, it's all pink and rainbows for sure.
Yeah. So Steven,
he goes and sees her. That whole scene is pretty dang good, though.
It is.
She's at an apple orchard. She's relaxed.
Well, there's a scene that they cut where Mordo goes looking for her because, at the end of the first Doctor Strange, he vowed it was too many sorcerers. So there's a scene where, like, she cuts his head off.
So Mordo's gone.
It's a deleted scene, so I don't know if he is or not.
That was going to be one of my complaints is like Doctor Strange 1 ended. They didn't tie any loose ends up that they kind of left out there. Mm-hmm. This movie ends, and I'm going to argue they didn't tie up loose ends even.
Yeah.
But I guess that's Marvel movies looking for sequels, so.
Pretty much. So he explains to her, like, hey, we got this kid, and she doesn't know how to control her powers, and maybe you could come to Carmitage and help her out. And Wanda just mentions America's name without being told what it is, and Steven clocks it, and he's like, wait, huh? What? How you know who she is? And then she reveals...
That's always the giveaway. Everything is always that.
She reveals that she's in like it looks like an apple orchard that she's in. But
it's actually hell.
It reveals to be like a hellish landscape that she's created with the Darkhold. The book that gives you everything you want. Kind of.
And an extra eye.
Mm-hmm.
Might be another butthole, but
you wanted this thing. You didn't say you didn't want a butthole. It's like the monkey's paw situation.
Yeah, same deal.
So
she doesn't surrender. He doesn't surrender her, so then they have to go arm up Carmitage. What a dumb fight scene.
No, it's awesome, dude. Like, she wrecks the shop.
Sorry, I'm skipping way ahead in my notes. My note says, what a dumb fight scene. It's not this. This one was great.
Yeah. Like, he comes up there and she's like, she's gone full evil at this point. Like, she's like, give me the girl. I'm going to decimate this whole place. And then, like, that scene where she infiltrates that dude's mind that's holding up one of the shields. And, like, she, like, a version of herself kind of whispers in his ear, and then he, like, runs away. And then
you should run.
Yeah. It's like, that's so Sam Raimi.
Yeah. The downside of this whole thing is, one of those sorcerers sacrifices herself. And then 2 seconds afterwards, Wong just goes, "Okay, let me take you to it." I'm like, well, your sacrifice was a waste. You're just dead.
Oh yeah, like after she knocks. Oh, first of all, we got to talk about that mirror thing. Like when they're trapped in that room, that is so awesome.
Yeah, and you know that sucks. Watching this again today, I was like, oh yeah, this movie's awesome. I love this movie.
Sam Raimi all the way through.
Yep. And I don't think the camera stuff happens. He does his trick that he did in Evil Dead, the first one, where someone grabs the camera and they kind of hold it in front of their own face and move it to the action. I don't think it happened.
I don't think he did that in
there. It happens a ton more later.
Yeah.
But yeah, that mirror room.
Like the way she comes crawling out of that cracked mirror and like she zips down that one Chinese or Asian dude with one arm.
I mean, they should have upped the horror in this.
Yeah. I mean, that's what originally this was supposed to be, was like a horror movie.
Yeah.
And Kevin Feige was like, eh.
Well, I mean, it made a lot of money. So.
It did. But this was like the second Marvel movie out of COVID, so.
Yeah.
So she knocks America and Doctor Strange into the multiverse after. Well, he saves her from. Doctor Strange saves America from being power sucked by Wanda.
Yeah,
that's the best way I can
explain power.
Suck that power. And they land in the weirdest universe. There's plants all over the buildings.
It's awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
The whole going between.
And Bruce Campbell is Pizza Ball guy. Pizza Papa.
Oh, Pizza Papa. I love Bruce Campbell, dude.
Pizza Papa always gets paid.
Pizza Papa always gets paid. Do you know that there's a petition to replace Amber Heard in Aquaman with Bruce Campbell? It's a legitimate one, too. Oh, yeah. The internet's great.
I think Warner Brothers has already cut her out of that. Or at least limited her screen time.
Well, I hope so, man.
They're on their third round of reshoots. Or were on their third round of reshoots. I don't know if they still are.
Here's how much I care or didn't realize. I thought that movie already came out. I'm not even kidding. You said that just now, and I'm like, Preston, that movie came out, bud. But
it's supposed to come out like December of this year. We'll see.
I doubt it.
They're talking about moving Dune 2 to next year.
I don't know why.
Because they're scared the actors won't be able to promote it.
I mean, no offense. I don't think you need the actors to promote that movie.
You don't need actors to promote most movies.
No.
You didn't need to stick Cillian Murphy in a hotel room and tell him to talk to people for 10 hours.
I don't know. I wanted to see those eyes for a couple more hours.
Anyway, that's my opinion on it. But
I do love the pizza ball. I think it's got the reference to Joe's Pizza.
Well, I thought
Peter
it was
Parker.
like a reference to Pizza Ball from the Eric Andre show.
Oh God, I only pray and hope that's the case.
Time to deliver a pizza ball.
God, dude, that dude has the largest testicles in the world.
Yeah, dude.
Some of that stuff he does, I'm just like, oh my gosh, bird up.
Anyway, they
Andre hour.
Yeah, they find the Sanctum Sanctorum, and lo and behold, in charge of it is our good friend Mordo with braids.
And he's real nice.
Yeah, he's a real nice dude.
Which immediately I went, that's fake.
Yep. Some may right.
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell wasn't just pizza ball. He was like, where'd you get this outfit from? It's pretty authentic.
You got it from the Strange Museum.
Yeah.
What?
So he takes them there. I can't remember how they get captured. Does Mordo just knock them out?
Yeah, he drugs them with like the sands of
tea. Yeah,
sands
there
of
we go.
Santi or whatever it's called.
And they're in those unescapable chambers. But that's when you get the I think you get the scene there back to the real world, whatever our Earth is.
Yes.
Or that Earth, where she's on Mount Wandango.
Wondagore.
Wandango. I wrote Wandango. And
in the comics, that's where she was raised by a bovine humanoid who raised her and Pietro in the country of Sokovia.
Yeah.
Yep. Look it up. It sounded like I was making that up, but I'm not.
See, if I said that, I wouldn't believe it. You saying it, I believe it.
It's like, yeah, like she was raised by a bovine, a humanoid that looks like a cow. That's the best I can describe it. There's actually a humanoid buffalo at the.
That's what I was going to say. There is that sorcerer.
Carmitage.
Yeah.
But
so here's the question. So she knows how to dream walk because of the Darkhold.
Mm-hmm.
Does she not? I guess she didn't dream walk a dead person, so the spirits didn't kill her.
Right.
Okay. That's the difference.
That's the reason. Yeah.
Yeah. She finds the 838 counterpart,
mm-hmm.
and she's going to go on a manhunt with that one.
And so somehow she knows where they're at, the Illuminati headquarters. Don't know how, but I guess story needs to move on. Stephen is brought before the Council of the Illuminati, a.k.a. Big, what do you call that?
Fan service and cameos.
The Council of Cameos, that's what it is.
This entire whole scene, I think, the first time I'm like, that's so awesome, and now I'm like, what a waste.
When I saw it in the theater, I was like, oh man, John Krasinski. Yeah. They got him to do it one time. Everybody's like, oh, I'm so sad he's not going to be. Krasinski don't need to do it. He's too old. He done.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, when Charles Xavier comes out and the theme plays, every time I hear the hair on my neck, I get chill bumps. It's just like, yeah. And then he comes out in that yellow wheelchair, and I'm like, F it. They did something right.
Makes him look like a toddler.
It's awesome.
It's too big.
It is ridiculous in the best way.
They needed to lower everything and let him sit up a little straighter in that and not make it so huge.
What a waste, though. That's such a tease. And even I can't remember the lady that plays Peggy Carter.
Haley Atwell.
Yeah, she's complained now. It's like, yeah, that was an entire waste of a character.
Yeah.
To me, you should let the Illuminati go with him. Stay engaged. Keep these people around.
Mm.
At least Mordo. But no, they all just meet their fate.
They all go and
embarrassing fates.
The way they get wrecked is pretty awesome, though.
It's straight Sam Raimi. Just disturbing.
Mr. Fantastic gets unraveled and his head popped. Captain Carter gets sliced through the stomach.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, and Black Bolt, played by Anson Mount, great actor. He's in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. He was also on a show that premiered the same time as The Walking Dead. That's why it never really kicked off as well. It used to follow The Walking Dead a long time ago. Hell on Wheels. It's a good show.
I remember that show. Okay.
He was the lead in that, and that was a really good show.
Wasn't he in the Inhumans as well?
He was. That's why he.
That's the same, right?
That's why he was in this movie.
I'm gonna let you know. I watched a couple episodes of that, and that's one of the worst shows I've ever watched.
Well, we might do that for the 100th episode of this podcast.
Oh God! Oh God!
I might find one or two other people to torture, because you have to find that on Disney Plus. It's not associated with anything else. They buried that thing.
No, they don't want anyone to see it. It's a waste.
It is bad. Anyway, Illuminati gets destroyed. Wanda tears them all up. Strange and Xavier says,
There's
Doctor
hope.
Strange, there's hope. Just because
Yeah.
someone stumbles and loses their way, it doesn't mean they are lost.
Thanks, Gandalf. Shut up.
It's like, oh my God, Professor Xavier, no. It just brought me back to that funeral in Logan.
Oh man, that's a tight movie, man.
That was the
So
rough.
good.
That was the roughest scene I had seen in the theater.
Yeah. I watched that movie at home, and I didn't even know it came out. I don't know where I was in life, but it just evaded me that it happened. And I was like, Logan, I'll watch this, sure. And I went, oh, this is X-Men. Oh, this is good. So I was in for a wild ride.
How did you miss that? Like, they advertised it everywhere.
I don't know. I think I was working so much that it just in and out. I didn't have time, so just blanked it out.
Yeah.
But oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a great movie. She eventually gets to the chamber where America's being held, and then Charles stops her, and that a pretty great scene where he goes into her mind and tries to save the other Wanda from under some rubble, and then some red smoke starts trickling up behind him, and it snap his neck, kill him dead again.
That scene ruled. I was like, yeah, this is good. This is good.
If we don't get him, if he's still alive, because he's up in age now.
I hope he plays up in Deadpool.
I want him in Secret Wars. I want every freaking body they can find that's willing to come back and do their role in Secret Wars.
That'd be incredible.
Give me your Tobys, your Andrew Garfields, your Hugh Jackmans.
You're Ed Norton.
I'll take Ben Affleck as Daredevil. I don't care.
Yeah, I would take that. I think Ben Affleck is a fantastic Daredevil with good writing.
Okay.
I take that back. I just pictured it in my head again. No.
Give me Luke Cage. Give me Jessica Jones. Give me a Charlie Cox. Give me what's a deep cut? Give me Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider. Okay.
I'd crap my pants, and then give me Keanu Reeves as Ghost Rider.
Give me everybody.
Yeah.
I want everybody in that. if it ever happens.
I'm trying to think of the weirdest deep cut. I can't think of anything, but that would be great.
Give me Wesley Snipes as Blade.
Dang, that'd be dope. I still need to watch all those movies, by the way. I'll listen to your episodes, and I still need to watch them.
I want both versions of Blade if Mahershala Ali ever gets to make his Blade movie.
Ah, man, I am losing hope on that.
There was rewrites, and then now a writer strike, and now an actor strike. I don't know if that movie's ever going to get made.
No.
Anyway.
So, all death, desecration. Christine's helping. She's a scientist for the Illuminati in this world. She's seen a lot of stuff, but she's helping America Chavez escape, which Strange runs into, which the scene where Strange runs into them, where it sounds like a monster's coming, and then it looks like a monster runs by and he comes back. I was like, dude, this is Sam Raimi 100%.
Yeah.
This is,
and it like
money.
Zooms by and then it like halts and it squeaks and it's like, oh, hey.
But I mean, it's just like such a small, stupid little thing.
Yeah.
Just great.
And then,
perfect.
Then his little cape, his cloak comes back and.
Yep. And they got to go find the Book of Ashanti, which
Book of Ashanti.
apparently it's the like anti-dark hold.
Yeah. It'll teach you how to defeat all the evil or something. I don't know.
Go figure. They get there because he leaves a back door for himself, and immediately after they get there, Wanda shows up and destroys it.
Yep.
Fart, but done.
And then they escape out of there somehow.
They don't. So she steals America Chavez. She forces her to open up a portal and pushes them through it. Just some random thing, which it happens to be whatever Earth world that is that the Doctor Strange from the What If series, or is it just a dark Doctor Strange?
I think it's just a Doctor Strange from a different universe. That the Doctor Strange of 838, we also kind of skipped over that, but he used the Darkhold to defeat Thanos in this universe.
Oh, that yeah, okay, yeah.
and he caused an incursion to occur where two universes cram into each other. And this Doctor Strange that our Doctor Strange meets is one of those things, and he's just like a sad, desperate, mean old man in his empty Sanctum Sanctorum. That's where like crazy. It's the same. A lot of the same imagery from that Doctor Strange episode in What If, with like the black gooey lines everywhere, and
I think they teased that intentionally.
oh yeah.
Which I'm like, dude, if you're gonna do that hard, make it be that guy. Let it be the crazy Kraken guy. Let's go for it.
Yeah. And I was expecting that guy in this movie because Benedict Cumberbatch did a couple of interviews while he was shooting this movie where he couldn't show his face on camera, like they were all doing Zoom meetings. And he's like, I can't show my face on camera, but it's me. And it's like, ooh.
I think it's because he grew his goatee out.
You got some crazy makeup on, huh?
Yeah, that would have been smart.
Speaking of which, I can't stand his hair.
The gray?
It's too fake.
Yeah, it's like...
It looks like a helmet.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
I think it's a wig.
I think it is too.
Just let him... Just slick back his real hair.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Curly boy, let those things go, man.
Yeah. I don't understand it. It's terrible. Anyway. That's been Wig Watch 2023.
Wig Watch. The whole fight between those two strangers, that was entertaining.
I didn't get the musical note thing. I was like, is this significant to something? What is this?
No, it's supposed to. I mean, they should have. They should have like done the effects works and made it actually sound like the music. Like well, the rhythm they didn't match up even. I mean, it's not. It's just random notes.
It's like, how do you pull musical notes off of a paper? I mean, I know this is magic, but
let me show you. Sorry.
So that Strange gets defeated. Well, they have a conversation. I brought this up earlier. It's the reason why Doctor Strange feels like he has to have the knife and he has to save everyone is because he lost his sister on an ice lake, and that was the first time he couldn't save nobody. And we kind of get like a peek into why his ego is so big is because he feels like he has to save everybody or else they're not going to get saved. And that started with his sister.
Which is really funny because it's such an insignificant part of this movie, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. But it's
just like, said a matter of fact. And it's like, oh man, that's a big deal.
Because they keep bringing up the fact like he has to be the one holding the knife, and you hear that story, and it's like, oh, we call that character development.
Yeah.
And theme. I can give you Plato's 6 Elements of Theater. I went to school to learn that.
I can tell you what the 6 flavors of Play-Doh taste like. I eat those.
So we get this universe's Darkhold. And we go, what do they call that? Something walking. What do they call it?
It's not, he's dream walking, but
dream
it's different because he's going to dream walk into a dead person. Because what we did miss mentioning is America Chavez brought the Doctor Strange from the other world dead.
That's right, the dead Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they buried that sucker.
Yeah, and then I remember that. Yeah, Doctor Strange is like, I've buried worse, huh?
Okay. So he goes into that guy's body, and that's where I'm like, yep, all right, Sam Raimi, here we go.
We got zombies, we got floating universe like killing skeletons, which I like. That element is like, okay, yeah, this is a crazy magic world and stuff, but like, there's rules.
Yeah, and I appreciated that. Like, this is the first time that there's rules. You can't just do this. There's going to be consequences.
Yeah,
great, perfect.
And he has a consequence at the end of this movie, but we'll get to that. So he takes those evil flying things because he goes to Mount Wundagore in his dead body, and he turns those into a cape.
Pretty dang sweet.
That was like the last shot of every trailer was that scene where he like furls out these dead demon spirit things.
I think they set it up to be the what if Strange in a fight, not him.
Yeah.
But
And so he fights Wanda, I think. Yeah.
yeah, he goes and fights Wanda, but it's really easy, it's just quick. I mean, it's there's no fight. It's
Yeah.
spirits, go get her. That's it.
And then they trap her in a ball. And then he goes to America and says, "Hey, I'm here. I need to take your power." Well, she guesses, like, "You need to take my power, don't you?" He's like, "Well, yeah." But then he changes his mind. America punches a star, and her and Wanda get in a fight, basically. And Wong's alive. He got knocked off a cliff, but he's alive.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about Wong this entire time. He's just chilling.
At this moment, he's got Wanda and the demons trapped in a ball.
Yeah.
Wanda busts out at some point, and then
Starts killing the zombie Strange.
Mm-hmm. And then
and that the punch happens, which she realizes that she can't win the fight, so instead
I'll give you
drags her in front of her kids.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna tell you right now, if that girl beat Scarlet Witch in a fight, what is this?
She didn't, thank God.
Yeah, I couldn't remember how this ended.
You established Wanda as like one of the most powerful Avengers by like she had Thanos like dead
to rights,
like stripped his armor, was about to like snap his neck, and then if he didn't rain hellfire in Endgame, then she'd have won the war outright.
Yeah, and Robert Downey Jr. would still be alive.
He would.
You know what? All Scarlet Witch's fault. She sucked. Worst character ever. Done.
Well, good, because the mountain crumbles because she realizes how evil she is, and then she crumbles down the mountain and destroys the temple of the Scarlet Witch and kills herself.
Does she kill herself?
Yep. Well, she's still alive.
Okay, yeah. Which America Chavez, American. I keep saying America. It is America.
It is America.
Okay. American Chavez.
Ironically, America is a Hispanic name.
Yeah, America Ferrera.
Yeah.
He was in Barbie. Just saw that.
Where do you think we got the name of this country from?
Spanish, right?
Yep.
No, you're sick. We got this from George Washington.
Okay.
He ate an apple and pulled it out of his butt.
Okay.
Yeah, she bounces around and gets to Strange, brings him back to this universe. Movie's done.
And then Doctor Strange goes...
She's going to stay in their universe and train.
Yeah, she's training at Carmitage with Wong.
Yeah, and you get the nice, "You feel okay?" And then the third eye pops up in the end, which I don't understand what the third eye's ramifications are.
There's consequences for using the Darkhold.
But wouldn't that be like more power? I mean,
not good power. Like, look what happened. We're supposed to take a lesson from the evil Strange we saw in this movie who had a third eye.
Yeah, I guess. I'm thinking about, this is going to get real deep here. I'm thinking about Shiva.
Yeah, it's Charlize Theron who shows up at the end.
Oh, no. Like the Hindu, the Buddhist.
Oh, Shiva. Yeah.
Shiva. Sorry. Like the third eye, that's the detection of evil. Mm-hmm. This isn't Hinduism. This is Marvel. This is Marvelism.
Yeah. This is Marvel fake pseudoscience. And
yeah, I just love that whole meltdown scene happens, and then you get the post-credit scene.
With Charlize Theron.
Like said, she shows up. He pulls that eye out. Like, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go, girl. Her character is the daughter of the big purple face from the first movie.
Dormammu.
She is the daughter of Dormammu. She's from the Dark Dimension.
The big god thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, it's comics.
Yeah, I know. I said it went. Okay, yeah.
Doctor Strange comics at that. They're pretty weird. So yeah, he goes off and tries to prevent an incursion. When we'll see him again, who knows?
There's articles last week, maybe. I can't remember when I read this, of he's getting tapped for filming scenes and stuff.
I'd like to see him show up in other movies.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to happen. The worst part about all this is Deadpool is supposed to show up in this movie.
I don't believe that.
There was talks there's an idea, and they
There
dropped
was
it.
an idea.
It didn't feel right. But
Yeah, like
there's
it
gonna
doesn't
be
match.
Deadpool and Magneto both were going to be there, and the ideas were scrapped to avoid diverting focus from Doctor Strange.
Well, they should have wrote a different story because
but
it got
again,
diverted
this
to
is
Wanda.
Not a Doctor Strange movie at all.
I give it a 6.5, 7. I enjoyed it.
I'll do 6.5. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
It's still an enjoyable movie even with some of the silly. Now next week, whew.
What is next week?
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah. I'm not drinking still, so that's sucks.
Me too. So we'll enjoy that sober.
I'm gonna pick it up next week, but I'm not. It sucks because, yeah, we'll save for next. It's a movie I want to love, but
Yeah, everyone that made it is awesome. Like everyone in it, the idea around it was pretty good. It just seemed like people didn't care about it.
you had Christian Bale in a freaking Marvel movie,
And he killed it. I think he was really good in it.
but
For what he
God,
was given, he was really good.
yeah, he's probably the highlight.
Just an evil, menacing Christian Bale. But again, we'll save all that for next week. So we move on to what we've been watching, playing, reading, all that stuff.
I finished The Mentalist finally.
Look at you.
Yeah, 7 seasons. It's like 100, 200 episodes or something. I don't know. So that's great. So I'm watching Succession. Started
Ooh.
that. Have you watched that?
That never appealed to me.
It's bonkers, man.
I heard people talk about it endlessly when it was on. So.
Yeah, it's I can see the appeal. Some. Other than that, nothing. I got to find something else to watch.
I started Peaky Blinders.
I started that actually, and I need to pick it back up.
Because of Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, and it was fantastic. But it was the same thing as Andor for me. Started it, I was really busy. I was like, I can't do this right now. And then never picked it back.
You can get through Andor quicker than Peaky Blinders. Like,
That's what I'm going to do.
I'd suggest knocking out Andor. That's really good.
I'm probably going to do Secret Invasion when it closes completely first.
Well, I just watched the last episode before this episode, so.
Okay, yeah. So I'm probably going to try and speed run all those, and then to go back to Andor.
That's the thing with a lot of these Marvel movies. You can get through them in an afternoon. It's like a really long movie that doesn't need to be that long. Why don't just make Disney Plus original small movies, smaller budget movies that are Disney Plus originals?
I think Hawkeye should have been that way.
That's exactly what Hawkeye was. It needed to be that.
I mean, I like that series. Don't get me wrong, but
Not
they
all of
compacted it so much more and made it a holiday special.
Not all of these need to be these multi-billion. That's the problem with movies now. Is like these studios dump huge money into these things, and like everything has to make $1 billion, and everything's not going to make $1 billion.
Point taken. Doctor Strange did not make $1 billion.
Indiana Jones cost $300 million to make. It should not cost that much to make an Indiana Jones movie.
No, it should not.
But anyway, I guess that's it for this week.
So we're gonna do Thor next week.
Yep, Thor: Love and Thunder.
See you all then.
Chrissy Hemsworth.
Hope you all enjoy watching that movie.
Taika Waititi.
Waikatiti.
No, what'd you call him one week? Weatati.
Weatati.
Yeah.
Yeah, Weatati. Wickatitty. I don't know why I couldn't do it. Like
that sounds like a database for porn. Is Wickatitty.
Wickatitty. I'm about to search that, but it's got to. I'm not gonna do it. It's got to be real.
So next week you can join us for that. If you have a suggestion for a movie we should do, you can send that at secondtakemoviespod@gmail.com. You can follow us on social media, Threads and Instagram at Second Take Movies.
And
Jake?
if you want to research and see if Wickatitty is real, and if it's not, invest into our new company.
That's right.
Taking investors.
We're going to buy the domain right now if it's available. Probably not. So for Jake, I'll say we'll see you next week with Thor: Love and Thunder.